Hello traders, my name is Tomasz Wiśniewski. I'm a chief analyst at Alpari Research and Analysis, and this is daily analytical report. First we will start with the macro calendar. We got interesting news from Australia, so unemployment rate and employment change. This data was published overnight, unemployment rate came higher than expectations, but the change was positive. The change was 42,000, expecting was 70,000, but Australian dollar is weaker right now. What's the reason? Well, the reason for this is that those vast majority of those jobs were just part-time jobs, and it's not about the part-time jobs here, right? It should be full-time employment. So this data, when we dig deeper, can be perceived as negative, especially when it's backed with the rise in unemployment. And this increases the chances for a rate cut for the Australian dollar. That is why Australian dollar is a bit weaker right now. What we still waiting for is the press conference interest rate decision from SNB, National Bank of Switzerland, and that would be it. Maybe industrial production from Eurozone will be important as well. Let me also show you one thing, because yesterday, Wednesday, you can see that we had this inflation in United States after our daily analytical report, which came worse than expectations. But the thing is that the dollar ended Wednesday on a front foot. So dollar was a bit stronger, at least dollar index. So traders were not so concerned about this data as maybe they should be, or they would normally be. With this being said, I think we can move to the charts. We can start with the gold. Gold is really aiming for those new long-term highs. Seems like the correction is over, that the correction stopped around 38.2 Fibo here. Now we are aiming higher, and we are just a few dollars from those tops, well, $10 from those tops. So we should get there eventually, maybe not this week, but maybe the next one. Because look what is happening here on a weekly chart. Two strong bullish candles. This one looks also interesting, although it's a hanging man, but I do not believe that hanging man is a strong technical pattern. Well, hanging man is supposed to be negative, but in this case, I think in most of the cases, hanging man is not a good trading pattern. Anyways, what is happening here is, as long as we stay above 38.2 Fibonacci, the sentiment is positive. Now euro dollar is having double bottom formation, breakout of the downtrend line, breakout of the horizontal resistance. It all looks good, it all looks optimistic. The price should go higher here, even despite the drop from yesterday, but seems like it's a rectangle, and the end of the story is that as long as we are above the yellow area, the sentiment is still positive and the price should continue to go up. Now DAX is still in a positive territory, so we had a nice upswing for the past few days. Yeah, on Monday, yes. On Tuesday, on Tuesday it could have been a correction, but a bit of strong correction, but come on, it's not contagious. The price should continue to go up like it did here. Strong drop and the price continued to go up, so it still looks optimistic. Australian dollar to American dollar. So here we got this data which I was telling you about, and you remember this Australian dollar to American dollar yesterday. We were here and I told you that there is a sell signal, but if you're not convinced yet, you can wait for the breakout of this horizontal support on 0.694, and the price did break this support, and what is more, we later used that support as a resistance here, and the price bounced. So that is an awesome trading opportunity. It was a trading opportunity. Downswing flag, double top formation, downswing, breakout of the lower line of the flag, breakout of the horizontal support, and drop. It would be easy to tell you this here, but I told you this yesterday when we were here, that there should be a further drop, and the price did go down. Potential target for this movement is this support here. Australian dollar to Japanese yen. Strong downswing, correction downswing. And buyers had a chance for the double bottom formation 1 and 2. Instead of breaking this line, this upper line of this formation, now instead of the double bottom formation, we got a pennant. So upper line, lower line, and we broke the lower line of the pennant, and the price is making new long-term lows. Maybe we will not make new yearly lows because we remember this kind of flash crash at the very beginning of the year. But definitely we are in a negative territory, and the price should continue to go down here. This was Australian dollar, but we all know that the Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar are correlated. So let's check what is going on the New Zealand dollar, especially that, look at this trade. Really one of the best trades I made. You remember New Zealand dollar to Canadian dollar exotic pair, but I'm talking about this instrument for a long time. For the past few months, actually, when it all started at the beginning of, at the end of March, the price created a double top formation. Here it was bearish engulfing on a weekly chart. Here above the downtrend line, so that was a false breakout. And since that, the price is going down, right? And as you can see, throughout the end of the May, the price created a correction. That was a wedge or a flag, if you will move this line like this. The price touched the horizontal resistance created from those supports. The price touched 38.2 Fibonacci. We bounced from those, and this is the place where I open my short position here, long heads, which showed me a rejection of this level. I opened my short position, and from the very beginning till the very end, the price was on profit. I had my take profit here, but I closed my position here, and that was just a gut feeling, and the price indeed went higher, creating a flag formation. This is a flag, so trend continuation pattern. This should result with the breakout of the lower line of the flag, which apparently is happening as we speak, which can happen. And now, so the breakout of the lower line of the flag will be another strong sell signal. But look at this, almost like near at the top of the body, at the bottom of the body. Above here we have only head, and here we have only tail. So this is really nice touch here. Oil seems like oil is trying to create a double bottom formation 1, 2 after a heavy drop, but don't try to open long position here right now, because it's just the beginning of the double bottom formation. In order to trade the double bottom formation, you need to wait for the breakout of this horizontal resistance. So price closing a day above the blue area will be an invitation to go long on oil. Now S&P 500 still positive. That is just a small correction here. We should eventually climb higher. Now Bitcoin, well, it looked good, but the longer we are here, the more this pattern looks like head and shoulder formation, left shoulder, head, and apparently we are creating right shoulder here. So as long as we stay below the yellow area, I would be cautious. I would be careful with opening long positions. Now dollar index, which you can see yesterday went higher despite this data, this CPI data here, but we are still under the influence of this triple top formation. We are below the horizontal resistance, dynamic resistance, and with this the price should aim for the blue line. American dollar to Canadian dollar, so the broken support was tested as a resistance here. Normally I would not hesitate to open short position, but the momentum here was very strong, so most probably we'll get another try. I also would love to see the test of the horizontal resistance here, not only dynamic one but the horizontal as well. Nevertheless, this is an interesting selling opportunity. Really, I would love to see the price to test this downtrend line, uptrend line again, along with this horizontal resistance and 38.2 Fibonacci in the same time. This would be an awesome trading opportunity. Then other instrument, American dollar to Swiss franc. Finally, I'm on profit here. Well, let's break even on profit. Double bottom formation may be happening here. We will see. Although it can look the same as American dollar to Canadian dollar here. You see? American dollar, Canadian dollar. Breakout of the uptrend line, test of the uptrend line. American dollar to Swiss franc, breakout of the uptrend line, test of the uptrend line. The thing is that here we are above the horizontal support on American dollar to Canadian dollar. We are below the horizontal support. Well, we are above this one. We will see. We will see what will happen. This trade is on profit right now. It has positive swaps. So I keep this position open. Maybe I would just hedge. So once this will start falling and I will see the definite bounce from here, I will sell. British pound to Swiss franc, another instrument. This can be considered as a false breakout. It can be a real struggle for the buyers. According to the main trend, taking into the consideration the main trend does not look optimistic, and the price has big chances to go down. Now American dollar to euro to Polish zloty. As expected, we set downswing, flag, downswing. This is precisely what happens. So downswing, flag, downswing. Our currency, my currency, is getting stronger. As you can see, we are on the new midterm, long-term lows. Well, yeah, the economic growth of Poland is the strongest one in Europe. And this is the reflection of this. Our currency is getting stronger. Let me recap the situation for you. Gold positive, euro dollar still positive, DAX positive, Australian dollar, American dollar negative, Australian dollar, Japanese yen negative, New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar negative, crude we will see. S&P 500 positive, Bitcoin I don't know, dollar index rather negative, American dollar negative, to Canadian dollar, American dollar to Swiss franc. Well, I will not tell you because I have a position and I'm biased. British pound, Swiss franc rather negative, and Australian dollar to Polish zloty negative. So thank you guys very much for attending this daily analytical report. I wish you all the best in trading, and see you tomorrow.